All right, welcome everybody back to episode 17 of the Picking Pennsylvania podcast. My name is Justin, the Susquehanna Picker, and we have Joe, otherwise known as Hippy, down below, and Dave from Dave's Cleanouts and Collectibles in Mount Joy, Pennsylvania, joining us this week.
Hey.
Ron is out on vacation. He is somewhere, I believe, in the Caribbean or Caribbean. Which one is it? Is it Caribbean or Caribbean?
Caribbean.
Either one.
So I didn't bother to text him to see how his trips go. I don't even know when they left, but I know he's out all week. So
I hope he wasn't out near Bermuda.
Oh yeah, they were getting some. What was that, Ernesto or some shit?
That was crazy.
Yeah, the Jersey, Connecticut, I've had all kinds of flooding and stuff. So
yeah, we're going up there next month too. I hope they get all that. There were a couple washouts on some of the roads up that way.
Yeah, I looked at some of the roads on the news there in Connecticut. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But we had some heavy rain here yesterday. Did you see the video from over there at Capital City Mall?
Yeah, I saw the pictures of it. Yeah. And they said,
oh, man.
What, 30 seconds of rain or something.
Yeah. I was like, to me, that's a storm drain issue. That wasn't, rainfall rates.
That's been happening for the last 30 years.
Yeah. People didn't clean up the storm drain or something.
Yep.
It would be my guess. I mean, I try to keep the ones outside the house here clear just to keep that shit flowing down the hill. So
yep.
Don't stop here. Keep on moving.
I used to send my stuff down your way when I lived
I know. Oh, yeah. So let's start off the show with the drink of the day.
Just sticking with tea today. Iced tea.
Iced tea.
Yeah.
You partaking on anything there? I know you're still working there inside your store, but
high quality H2O.
I myself, I went with the Corona with the lime today.
Nice.
In honor of Ron being in the Caribbean there, I figured I might have a Corona with a lime. So
there you go.
I've been indoors mostly all day. My son had his 7th grade high school. 7th grade school physicals and all that good stuff. So we're out running around getting all that shit done. And
nice.
Decided to stop into the Goodwill there, Joe.
Which one?
The one out on 22 there in Harrisburg.
Oh yeah, pretty trashy.
It's a lot of clothes. A lot of clothes.
Well, it's the whole backside is just. I don't even go anymore. I might stop in and peek if I'm down there, but it's just junk. I mean, it's just horrible anymore.
That was the first time I've been in that Goodwill in probably a year. I mean, I don't go to the thrift shops that much, but apparently they have a lot of corduroy suit jackets. I don't know. I filmed because I thought I'd make fun of stuff in there, and then maybe make a video and put up on YouTube, but there wasn't even that much stuff to make fun of. It was just clothes. Like that was the wasted 10 minutes of my life.
Yeah,
no electronics.
I don't bother. Yeah, I don't bother anymore.
No electronics section.
Y'all ever hit the bins out in Middletown?
I've been there one time and vowed, oh my God, I don't know if I ever want to go back.
Really?
That was
it's a good time.
That was a circus.
Yeah. It's a good time.
Wow.
14 people fighting over one pair of Crocs, Yeah.
Or one Croc, not even a pair.
Yeah. The opportunity to get one Croc to look for the other one for an hour. But
then they're trying to bargain, and the person who found the other matching set, is trying to sell it to the person before money even exchanged hands.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, what is this place? And I think I was in there. It was this summer I went. I stopped back from yard sale.
Yeah, it was a couple
on a Saturday.
About it.
Yeah. It was. I think it was the day Salunga, Memorial Day.
Really? It was open on Memorial Day. That's crazy.
Well, maybe not.
No, well, I stopped at the Goodwill. Regular Goodwill down there in E-Town was open. So
okay.
So you might have.
It may have been.
Yeah.
It was busy, but it was. My mouth was agape. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was like, holy hell! I mean, people were just.
Yeah.
That was
sharpen your elbows when you go in there. That's for sure.
I picked up a stereo receiver. It was an old Yamaha or something. It was like the aluminum face with the brown wood sides on it.
Yeah.
But you could tell how the face was dented. It was dropped on the corner. I should have bought it for parts. It was probably only going to be like $1 or $2, but I didn't. There was a bunch of kids in there. It looked like from the college or something like that, and they're buying T-shirts.
Yep.
So they were going to buy or sell T-shirts.
Yeah, the T-shirt crew, they call them. They like all line up early, and they're all in there getting huge piles of T-shirts.
I think the lime I put in that Corona might be bad. It has a weird taste.
Jesus.
Just like the second sip, I'm thinking something don't taste right.
That ain't good.
Well, I bought a lime.
Yeah.
Whatever. Saturday. Well, I don't even know what day it was. Because I got the 6-pack of Corona last week. So then buy lime. My wife's like, "Oh, we got limes in the fridge. Use those first."
Wow,
So I cut it today, and I'm thinking these things are probably weeks old.
Yeah, maybe that bottle was actually bottled in Mexico then.
There you go.
It definitely has a different odor than a regular lime, but the alcohol will kill anything that's in there, right?
That's right.
Especially if I have a few more tonight. Yeah. So, anything good this week? I didn't go out last week. It was kind of rainy, kind of dull. I just didn't feel like getting out of bed early.
Neither did I. I didn't get up at all.
I talked to you Friday, Joe. I think you were at the casino, and you never texted. I was like, I didn't go.
No.
Hey, Dave, did you go down to Lancaster by chance Saturday? Hit any yard sales?
I was in Mannheim. There was a church sale in Mannheim, an outdoor church sale, and it had like 30 vendors or something. So I went through that. I was there for like 20 minutes. I did pretty good there. I was pretty happy with the stuff I got. I got a video camera, a camera, and a Blu-ray player for less than $20. And I listed them today, and it was like $150 in listings. So pretty good.
I saw that listed.
Oh, yeah?
What are you doing there, Joe? What are you doing?
Just making adjustments.
Yeah, all I hear is snap, crackle, pop when you do that. Like,
really?
Yeah. Oh, the AirPods
he says,
I'll
make the adjustments when the rookie is talking. No one will listen anyway. So.
Yeah, I saw that sale listed. There was also a community sale. I was going to wake up Saturday and go to that and then stop in Mannheim on the way back. But when I went to Google Maps and saw the neighborhood, I was like, man, that's not a big neighborhood at all.
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't want to waste the drive down there for 2 or 3 houses. Like,
Yeah.
But the one house did have a garage, and in the garage was that was Palmyra. There was a yard sale in Palmyra, had a picture of the garage. You can see there was a box of Nintendo games. There might have been like 5 or 6 actual NES games.
Yeah, that I saw that one. I'm sure that was a bloodbath right away. You can tell. Sure. You can tell the guys are gonna go there 45 minutes early and pound on the guy's door, which means the guy will be grumpy by the time he starts the sale because people are banging on his door. So,
yeah, my desktop computer is good size screen, and it's like the one I don't ever use it, but it's like the touch screen. So I brought up the Craigslist picture, and then I was able to zoom in really close, and I didn't see anything.
Like 10-yard fight and like pro wrestling. And
yeah, there was nothing. There was nothing of big money there. None of the rare ones were there. So I was like,
yeah,
I ain't dealing with that. But sorry, I keep touching my head. I feel naked. I don't have a hat on today. Here we go. This is going to go on eBay tonight. So if anybody's interested,
there you go.
It is a Batman Forever hat from 1994.
Merchandising.
That feels better. Probably get lice from it, but it feels better.
That's really going to make people want to buy it. I'm going to get lice from this hat, but buy it for $18.99.
It is very clean. There's a sweat stain on it, but it's the inside is really, really good. I don't deal with the hat market's really dwindled down, so I don't deal with them that much anymore. I pick them up, but I sit in the store forever. I feel my pricing's right, but sorry, just adjusting it. There we go. That feels better.
I sell hats in my store pretty well. So,
any particular like sports hats, or are they like
yeah,
you're down in Lancaster, so you got like little farming or seed company hats or anything?
yeah. If I get like John Deere hats, they go quick. But sports hats, guys come in, kids come in. Jordan hats go crazy. Jordan hats go. They don't sit. They go pretty much right away. Anything with Jordan on it, and yeah, they hats do pretty good. I do have some inside information if you guys want to know something.
I'm all ears.
So I have my collectible store, and my wife 2 doors down has a candy store, and then I have my hauling business. Well, I just closed a deal that, and if any of my competitors are looking on this, I doubt they are because they don't like me, so they're not going to watch this stuff. But I'm going to be signing a lease for a third store on Main Street in Mount Joy, and it's going to be an antiques and furniture shop. So pretty excited about that.
Any name to it yet, or are you just going to still use Dave's? Or
no, it'll be the Astute Artisan, under Dave's Cleanouts and Collectibles, so I don't have to do a whole new LLC. But yeah, my last name is Astuto, and in Italian that means like cunning and smart. So I thought I'd do Astute and Artisan because it sounds fancy. So
now, is it just going to be yours, or is it going to be like a consignment shop?
Oh, I'll put vendors in there. But the vendors that I put in, I'm not going to put in people that like paint rocks and stuff like that. I'm going to put like high quality vendors, stuff like that. So we already have a couple people that have gotten in touch with us, and we're going to do antiques because there's not an antique store here in Mount Joy. So, I mean, I'm the closest thing to an antique store. Every once in a while, I'll put a milk can out or something, but I don't do a lot with antiques here, but I get them. So that'll give me an opportunity to get rid of some of my furniture that's nicer, and then also be able to give some local artists a chance to sell their stuff. And so I'm excited about that.
That's good. Congratulations. Good for you.
Well, thank you.
I don't think of any. Well, that one we talked about it briefly the other week. The one down at the toll booth burnt down there in Columbia. Not too long ago.
that breaks my heart. And it's I don't want to say it's funny because there's nothing funny about that, but a young lady that works for me, she was one of the next in line to get a booth down there, and a booth was coming open, and they had just called her to say, hey, we're going to have a spot shortly. And then that weekend, the fire happened. So she was like that, she would have lost all her inventory. And the thing that's sad is a lot of those people didn't have insurance. Toll booth had insurance, and they were able to cover their losses, and I think some of the people's losses, but some people didn't have insurance and they just lost all their stuff. So
yeah, we talked about that the other week. That if you have a large booth in one of them places,
insure it. It's worth the $30 a month. I mean, geez.
Yeah. I mean, even if you have $20,000 worth of shit in there, just insure it. I mean,
absolutely. It's only going to cost you like $300 to $500 a year. I mean, do it. It just, and you write that off. So,
I mean, I didn't understand. I saw all the GoFundMe pages and stuff like that, and I'm thinking, man, I just wish and hope some of these people had insurance, because I think I've only been there once or twice, but I'm thinking, man, some of those vendors had stuff. I mean, you can't replace some of that stuff.
No, it was such great stuff. It was so old. Some of that stuff was from the 1800s, and now it's gone.
I mean, a lot of it. I mean, like a lot of antique shops, a lot of it was overpriced, in my opinion. But still, even if you're using it as a storage facility, man, got to have that thing insured. Just have to. I mean, we touched on that the other week, and Man, that's a shame. Oh man, I don't know if there's besides that. I mean, there's some small ones down in Lancaster area. They, mostly tourist traps. Really, just
Yeah, there's a lot in
keep,
Columbia. There's a lot in Columbia. And and then down on Prussian Street in Mannheim, they have some antique people in there. And you'll find a little one here and there, but there's not one in Mount Joy and E-Town. They have some, little gitchy shops, but nothing real antique. So, but yeah, so I just think it fills a niche, and I've already, gotten some people real interested in some spots down there, and it'll give me an opportunity. I'm going to have a whole section for sneakers, which is going to be great because I can pull them the heck off eBay and not get feed on that. So, yeah, I'm excited because, yeah, it'll be fun.
That's good. Keeping you busy.
Yeah, it keeps me out of trouble.
Yeah, nothing keeps me out of trouble. I always seem to find it.
Yeah, me too. But
I always say the wrong thing sometimes, and I don't.
I'm good at that. I'm good at saying the wrong thing.
I'm a humorist. I find humor in everything. Dark humor. I don't care. I don't believe it. I don't feel that way, but I'll laugh at it. I'll say a joke. Doesn't mean I feel that way or anything like that. I just, there's 5 seconds of my life. What the hell?
Yeah.
I don't care. Cancel me. I don't care. So Joe, is that all the shit you just got from your connection back there?
Yeah, there's still stuff out in the van. These are all most of that. Well, no, it's models and die casts. I got a few here. I got that. I got a little bit over there. The shelves are full over there. Got a couple I'm getting ready to post. Yeah, no, I got the shit in the van yet. So. Yeah,
I saw a couple. You pop up on my feed on Facebook all the time. I saw you were selling some stuff on Marketplace there. Some lots of die casts.
I got a guy comes over from Lebanon. He comes over and snatches up stuff I don't want to bother with. That's the same guy I bought the last time.
Yeah, he's bought from me. Diecast. Oh yeah.
Guy in Lebanon.
Yep. I know who you're talking about.
Ray.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, he is.
So today's top 5, we kind of changed topics there after talking about. Oh, somebody just sold something.
Yeah.
Not me.
Pikes Peak. Pikes Peak. Keith Davidson. There we go. $80.
Nice.
I just saw. I don't know which way. I just saw that U-Haul sitting back there.
Now I gotta find it. I don't know where the hell it's at.
You need to organize, Joe. Organize.
I sold something pretty cool last night. You know those old TV trays, the metal TV trays?
Oh yeah.
I found the Superman one.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's sold. I picked it up at a yard sale for I think it was $5, and I bundled it with a bunch of other stuff, and got it. I think I sold it for $50 plus ship, 50 and 30 ship. So
I was going through your completed listings to see what you sold recently. Pretty cool, and I saw that. I was like, man, that's pretty neat little find.
Yeah, I was pretty happy about that. And then this month has been in the toilet for me, man. I was going $7-8 grand a month for a while, and this month is like 55, 58. So I'm
mine's slow this month.
I'm ready for Q4.
The last 2 weeks I just haven't had any inhibition to list. It was listing here and there, but got to get back on the ball because I know September the yard sale season part 2 picks back up, so I buy to keep me filled up all winter long. But I just sold that U-Haul back there for $110.
Nice.
Get rid of it?
Yeah. To be honest with you, Joe, it only was online today. I put it on this morning.
I was going to say, you haven't had it on yet, so.
I think it's been sitting out in the van since we got back from Clearfield or upper Pennsylvania, northern Pennsylvania. So I was like, put it on today. Hey, I was happy with 110. Paid pretty quick.
I'm glad that hurricane held off from that because we went up to up to World's End last weekend. they got hammered up there. We were lucky to get to the campground because we came down the last stretch to get to the campground, and we came down over the mountain, and there's a 100-foot drop off on the right hand side at the guardrail, and it ate the road out probably about 3 feet past the guardrail, and they had pylons and cones there to direct you out around it so you didn't get too close to it. If that would have went, we'd have had to take. It had probably been another 45 minutes to go around the whole way around just to get back into it.
Jesus. Yeah. So today's top 5. We'll try to keep the topic on this now because there's a couple other questions. Top 5 favorite video games of all time. I was going with console based. I should have put that in there, but we'll touch on some arcade stuff afterwards. But top 5 favorite video games, not best, not top selling. Just what are your top 5 favorite video games of all times? So of course, you got to do it. You got to bring up that wheel because it is.
What color am I today? All right, back to dark
green. Dark green.
That's there we go.
I'm like a mustard yellow.
Yeah, I'm baby shit green. Baby shit green is my color.
Very familiar with that green.
Oh, I am too.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, keep going. Keep going.
You got Joe.
See, I told you it's the color. You switched it up with me. Kept giving me a different color.
I wonder how it does that.
I don't know.
Everything's just switching today. The internet's
so are we doing the snake again? Hey,
yeah. It will be a snake draft.
And are we starting at 5 or starting at our favorite?
Starting at favorite because once somebody says it, it's off the board.
It's off the board. Okay.
Nobody else can use it. So we'll go Joe, Dave, Justin, Dave, Joe, and vice versa, all the way until we get done with it. Sorry if I look down. People commented, "Man, why are you always looking down?" It's like, why? I got to write the shit down so in post edit I can put the stuff up on the screen. So that's how I got to do it. So this could be any console, any era, just your favorite video games. What do you got there, Joe? What's your favorite video game?
Legends of Zelda.
Okay.
Me and my brother, we used to go over there. We'd play till 5 o'clock in the morning. Wife would call. She'd call the house number. Where are you at? We're still playing.
Yeah,
we're still playing on the weekend. Yeah, we'd play that till 5 o'clock in the morning.
Now, is that the whole franchise that you're talking about, or just the one? You're just talking about the first one.
Yeah, right at the beginning. Yeah.
So we'll send this to the committee. I knew this was going to come up. I figured it would come up in the first round. So does that take out all Zeldas or just the first Zelda?
I think it could take out all of them.
Yeah, I mean,
I think so too.
So we're going by franchise. So if someone says Mario, all of them are done.
Mario's a little different. I don't know.
There's so freaking many.
Yeah, there's so many.
Just call it individual. He called it the first one. We'll just call it individual.
All right. Yeah, I won't.
We can make
I had it on my list, so I probably won't say another Zelda because I had Zelda.
Yeah, I won't. Either. So.
But yeah, it can be open. It can be open for interpretation.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want to bog down your list with everything, but
we'll judge it as we go. We'll see.
Sure.
All right, Dave, your first pick.
My first pick is this game I played way too much. Is Final Fantasy II, the red cart from Super Nintendo.
I can't even spell today. I was never a big Final Fantasy guy.
Oh, I love that.
I did.
I have played it on Nintendo. I remember back in the day, and
Yeah.
I was just never a real big Final Fantasy game.
You see, Final Fantasy is a real love-hate thing with me because 1, 2, and 3, I loved them. And then 4 and 5 that came out in Japan, I loved them. And same with 6. But one of my most hated games ever is Final Fantasy 7. The one that came out on the PlayStation when it came out, everyone was saying how groundbreaking it is. Thought it was crap. And I just hated it because it was so different. You know, if I wanted, you know, some space age game, you know, I'd play that. But I played Final Fantasy, you know, to kill dragons and to, you know, that, you know, I'm a D&D nerd. So, you know, that's what I wanted. I didn't want all these other different things. So, yeah. Now they're kind of going back to the D&D end of it with Final Fantasy, but yeah, the first couple Final Fantasies, 1, 2, and 3, absolutely loved them.
Yeah, I a lot of my friends loved it. I just never got into it. I don't know why. I'll take my first pick. To me, I think it's hours. Super Mario 3. I think it's the best one out of all the Marios. I'll play it today. I might play it this evening. Matter of fact, if I get done my eBay listing, I might go downstairs and play it. Let me cross that off there. I think I wrote Final. No, I didn't write Final Fantasy on my sheet. So coming back around for my second pick. I mean, I was born in 81, so the game as an adolescent, I don't even know how old I was, probably 11 at the time, 10, 11, 12 years old. Sleepovers. It was Mountain Dew Doritos, and we would play GoldenEye all night long. All night long.
64.
Yep. I'm happy I got those. Those are two of my top picks, and I got them. I didn't know. I thought for sure somebody would take a Mario off the board.
Very nice. Very nice.
Back to you there, Dave.
Well, I am going to have to go to the GameCube and say Pikmin 2. I love Pikmin, and one of my favorite games. So, Pikmin 2.
Pikmin 2 is now off the board.
And I know that's a very niche game, so I'm sure you guys didn't have it in your top 5s, but I loved that game. So,
hey, this is why this is favorite video games.
That's right.
Not the best, favorite.
Not the best.
Mm-hmm.
Where you at there, Joe? I know you're going to take one or two of mine.
Nah, because I'm older than you. I'm going back. We're going back to Atari days.
Oh, sorry. T, here it goes. It's going off the board.
Pitfall.
All right. Yeah. All right. Respect with that one.
Yeah, Pitfall. That was the game.
Dun dun dun. Whenever you fell into the alligators, it would do that. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
I remember playing that. I do remember playing that at our babysitter's house, I believe.
Yeah, it was my uncle. My uncle had a system, and every time we go over, we'd sit there and just play it the whole 5 hours we were there. It wouldn't get off of it.
The first time you went backwards, when you went backwards in the game, everyone was like, "Whoa, you did what?" You see, I got an Atari. You see, I'm older than y'all, so I got an Atari when it was actually coming out. So, in the early '80s, there. So,
I might have that one. I might have that out in the van, Joe. I got that Atari up at the 100-mile yard sale.
Oh yeah.
That's still sitting out in the van. That's how far behind I am, Dave.
Nice.
I have a full blown Atari and probably 15 video games sitting out in the van.
All right, what's your second?
Well, the other one when we used to go up to hunting camp, they always stopped at a bar. They'd stop at the bar on the way up to hunting camp. We always knew where to go because we tell them where to go because we knew where the video games were at the bars. Space Invaders. We got quarters from them every time. The old Space Invaders. I mean, yeah. And that's basically, they didn't have a whole lot of games then. You know, they might have a pinball machine and they had a Space Invaders.
Oh, so he's going off the board. He's going.
Yeah,
He's going off console.
I mean, it was.
It's
Yeah, I
on
mean,
console.
they had,
It's
have
on
it on a
console.
card.
They had them on console.
Yeah.
They came out with most of them on there. I got another one. I think they made this one on console, but I'll let it up to you guys when we get to it, when I get back to it again.
I know what you're thinking there, Joe. I know exactly which game you're thinking.
You better get off of it.
I wouldn't pick it. I would save it for when we talk about arcade games, but I know exactly which one you're talking about. Dave, it's up to you there.
All right. I will go with another sleepover game like we were talking about. Again, I'll go to the Super Nintendo. Not the Nintendo version, which was great, but Tecmo Super Bowl. I was a big Tecmo Super Bowl guy, where you could make the trades and everything like that, and sign free agents, all that good stuff.
Let me just scratch that off my list, you son of a bitch.
Got it.
I was actually more than Nintendo one though.
Sure, Bo Jackson.
And I'm a Raiders guy, so
oh my gosh,
Bo Jackson
you could legitimately do the Family Guy thing and like take Bo Jackson down to the one, run back the other way, and then run back again.
Just amazing game. Let's see, number 3 for me. I'm gonna go franchise on this one. Just because there's so many, they make them every year. I'm gonna go with the NCAA college football.
Okay.
It don't matter what year. Man, that was another sleepover game. After we kind of phased out of like the N64 got into PlayStation, the NCAA college football was the best. Let me scratch that off. And
I'm getting a little worried that you're going to take mine here.
Man, I love that game. I think that will last till next round. So this could be the franchise too. He's going to say it. I have 2 of mine in mind.
He's going to say it.
Mega Man.
Okay, good. He didn't say it.
I like Mega Man 5, Mega Man 2. But I mean, I could play all of them. They were hard. Man, when I was a kid, they were hard games. Hard. I don't even know if I ever beat any of them. But enjoyed the Mega Man franchise.
Cool. I'm gonna go. It's my turn, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go franchise on this, and I'm gonna go with Castlevania. Castlevania was my stuff, and I'm going with Nintendo Castlevania. I really liked Castlevania.
The first one, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but if you want, you can go franchise with it because I like them all. But you can.
They're all good.
Yeah, I mean they're awesome.
I never liked the jumping in that.
Yeah, jumping was a little glitchy.
Yeah, like you could only jump vertical. It was tough to jump forward.
Right.
But I remember
Mario spoiled us with jumping forward. So
yes. Yeah, Mario hold that B button there and get a little running start for like 2 steps.
I tell you, for a short little Italian guy, he had a hell of a vertical. I tell you.
Oh, I know. And he loved mushrooms.
Yeah, that might have been it.
That's probably why he saw them flying turtles. He ate too many damn mushrooms. Where you at there, Joe? A lot of brainstorming over there.
Grand Theft Auto.
Wow.
Yeah,
early stuff.
Oh, gee.
But yeah, the first couple of years when they came out, yeah, just to be able to do what you could do, which is to beat the hell out of anybody. Just take their shit. It was great.
What age do you think would be appropriate to introduce that?
40.
Yeah. It's got to be up there.
I mean, I would play that back the day. If I was 12, 13, I'd be playing that. My parents, we had our parents didn't have that much control over us, so
The guy that leases our video game room, Jason, he has an employee now. And it's so funny when he's testing games in the morning when he comes in and you hear GTA in the background. It's like I look over my desk, I'm like, what the heck are you doing over there? But yeah, it's like he's watching porn or something, but
yeah, right.
it's crazy.
Going in that strip club, we were
Like, dude, what in the heck? Stop hitting the B button. But
we stay with Joe.
Yeah, go with. I'm gonna go with your other football. I'm gonna go with the Maddens.
Yeah, that was next on my list actually.
I like that back in the day, even on the PS2 and stuff. When you get we would all go over after work at 1:00 in the morning, and four of us, and you plug the multi controller in, and have three guys playing offensive line, a running back, and a quarterback, and you're all trying to coordinate together. That shit was great, though. You'd be able to get 4 or 5 guys playing on one system.
I was never really the biggest fan of the current Maddens. They're too much. I mean, graphics are great. It's just too much shit going on.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it.
I'm not coordinated. That's like Guitar Hero. I can't do that shit.
Yeah,
I can't do that.
No.
The new college football is good. It's very Madden-esque, but it's different. It's a little.
I hear a lot of good things about it, but that's just not my bag. I just can't do it. Like the basketball games, the football games. Yeah, it's just not me.
Yeah, I'm pretty much. We don't even get Madden, but I wanted to get that because we haven't played it in forever. And my boy likes the MLB show or the show, but we don't. The basketball, we don't. That's pretty much the 2 sports games we stick to.
Gotcha.
So the Madden franchise is off the board. Best Madden? Anybody have their favorite Madden?
Nah, not really. Just I think the earlier ones. I like the earlier ones.
I believe it was Sega Genesis Madden 94. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All you had to do is pick Detroit or pick the Cowboys.
Sanders
or Emmitt Smith. You do a halfback toss to the left, gone. You didn't have to juke anybody. You just were like, it just couldn't stop you. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if it was Madden 94 or when did Madden start? 89?
I think it was like 89. Yeah. That made 89 or 89 sounds right.
Do you guys ever remember it was an early Madden that when somebody got hurt, the ambulance drove out on the field?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it just drove through like 8 people to get. Somebody didn't think that over that good, but
yeah, 1989.
I thought it was 89.
Yeah, not bad.
They were doing a biopic, I think. Is that what it's called? A biopic of John Madden. And I heard Nicolas Cage will be playing John Madden. Not sure how that's going to work, but
yeah,
Madden, bigger guy. You know what I mean? Nicolas Cage, skinny guy.
Can do anything.
Well, but he's usually the same character every time. I don't know if he's
absolutely. But Madden was that kind of goofy, so Cage could probably pull it off. I have a lot of faith in Nicolas Cage. He can.
Nicolas Cage. I'm gonna look in the camera. Nicolas Cage. You stick to finding treasure and leave one of the greatest coaches of all time alone. Just stick to finding the nation's hidden treasure. That's all. That's all I gotta say about Nicolas Cage. Dave, last pick on Dave's list.
Last pick. Oh man. Okay. Well, then I am gonna have to go with an homage to the old beat 'em ups. Your Ninja Turtles, your X-Men, but I'm going to do the official Double Dragon. I loved the beat 'em ups where you just had to hit a bunch and you just beat up a bunch of people. So I'm going to say Double Dragon.
Double Dragon, Bad Dudes, man, they were all good.
Yeah,
can't go wrong. Double Dragon
when you could pick up a chain and beat someone with it, when you're like 12, 13 years old, that's like great. So
I think did that start in the arcades and went to NES?
It started in arcade, yeah, absolutely. But it was on Nintendo, so.
Man, there's still so many good ones left.
There are, and I'm surprised that one hasn't been said yet. But it's a franchise. I'm very surprised.
I'm taking it off the board now, though, Dave. That's why. I thought you were going to go with it when you said franchise, but I was like, nah, nobody's going to say it. My son likes playing them. He's 12. I like playing them. The Call of Duty franchise.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I love the Call of Duty franchise.
There you go.
And to be honest with you, I think it was the Call of Duty. Was it Call of Duty, the World War II one? They made a World War II one. They did do Medal of Honor too, which was a good game as well. But anything in the Call of Duty franchise is really good. Cool. Since this is a broad category, I think we deserve an honorable mention.
I'm surprised.
A lot out there.
Yeah, I'll say that. I'll say it afterwards because I have my honorable mention. But I guess so. Is Senior Hippy up first, or?
We'll go back to you, Joe. Favorable or honorable mention?
Well, like I said, I don't. Well, yeah, I don't know if they ever. I thought they did come out with it on one of the consoles, but well, now I'll go with Donkey Kong Jr. because I can play that on Coleco.
That was on ColecoVision.
Yeah, I love the Coleco,
and it was on Nintendo too. We have it here.
Did I? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a ColecoVision, and I like that better than Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong Jr. was great.
Oh yeah, it was great
all the time.
That's a good one. Way better than Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David, your honorable mention.
So back when, before video game systems, I guess Atari would have been out. When we went to the arcades, I was fascinated and would always put my quarters up to play Mat Mania. It was an old wrestling game. If you haven't seen it, YouTube it. It's so fun. It's so horrible. You can punch and kick, and if you do a couple moves, you can do a pile driver or stuff like that. But it was more cartoony than it was 8-bit. So, and it was a little smoother than the wrestling games on Nintendo and stuff. It was a good game, and I played it quite a bit, and they definitely tried to get around the licensing of the different wrestlers to use it. But YouTube it. It's a fun game. So
you said was that just arcade or was that NES as well?
It never made it to any console. You can get it on an emulator now, but it never made it onto a console.
And it's funny, Mania. I mean, I didn't know about this one, but I know my cousin. We would go down to his place every now and then. We were up in Huntington County, and we used to play pro wrestling all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Always had, you could tell, same thing. They were getting by the licensing of the characters, and it's like, we all know that's Von Erich, or we all know that's Von Erich, but they did that as well. I got to, because I love it, still play it. My son and I will play it today. We'll play it in the arcade, especially at Dave and Buster's. Is Mario Kart. Gotta have Mario Kart.
Okay, yeah.
Gotta have Mario Kart on that list.
That is Mario Kart on the Wii. We sell that more than any other video game here. We can't keep enough of that in stock. We will Mario Kart on the Wii, and I mean, it doesn't matter what price we put on it. It just keeps selling. It's ridiculous. So I think we only have one copy in store right now because it just keeps selling.
Yeah, I was just going to look at my video game tote here. I don't think I have any more left. No. They sell so fast on eBay.
Yeah. Oh, man.
They're almost $25, I believe, all day long. 20 to 25 gone.
We get 45 for them with a wheel here.
Oh, I never have the wheel.
But I mean, the wheel is $2, But I mean, you get 45 for it all day, and it just keeps people are like, take my money. So
gotta love Mario Kart. So we'll flash to the board. Joe's list. I went with Zelda, Pitfall, Space Invaders, GTA, and Madden, and then Donkey Kong Jr. Dave went with the SNES version of Final Fantasy. Was that 5, correct?
2.
2. I should just write
It
2.
was-
Why do I sit there and try to mess around with Roman numerals when I... Pikmin 2, SNES, Tecmo Super Bowl, Castlevania, Double Dragon, honorable mention of Map Mania, and then my list consisted of Super Mario 3, GoldenEye, college football, NCAA college football, Mega Man franchise, and then Call of Duty franchise with Mario Kart as the honorable mention. But
I can't believe no one said Mortal Kombat.
I never really played it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I know it was big. It was always big.
That was another sleepover game.
Been into it. Yeah.
I
had a lot of friends who were into it. I wasn't.
Yeah.
But we played it, but we never really. I mean, it was another sleepover game. I could never remember the combinations.
Yeah.
I could rip his heart out. I don't know how to do that. You know, I did it one time. I don't know what the hell I did.
Got lucky.
And then Street Fighter.
You know, you could. I liked Street Fighter. Street Fighter was great. We didn't even really get into like computer stuff either because World of Warcraft is huge. I remember playing World of Warcraft for you forget what time it is. That's the kind of game you start playing and oh shoot, I'm late for work. But yeah,
I wish I had more time to play video games. Every now and then I dabble. More time over the winter. Over the winter, I'll play a lot more. But
I play. The only time I play is with my son. He has a Switch, and he also plays a bunch of stuff on Steam with his friends. But I can't remember the last time I played a video game unless it was testing something in here. So
yeah. I'll tell you another good. I didn't want to put it on my list, but it is a great game. I mean, Dave, you can't do this because you're running your own shop there. But Joe's retired, so every now and then you just want to call off. You need a mental health day from work, and I could sit down and I could play Red Dead Redemption 2. I could log on that baby for 18 hours plus.
I have a 65-inch TV in here. If I want to just turn it on and play, there's no one that can tell me that I can't. So, I mean, we have the only system we don't have here is a PS5, and we can get one in here pretty quick. So there's not a game that I couldn't hook up if I didn't want to. But yeah, that's a good game. I like that game.
It's just a huge open world.
Exactly.
You'll always find something new in there. 2 years after you play it. Yeah, 2 players after you find it. Holy shit, I never knew about that.
It's Mario with a gun. That's what it is.
Yeah. The Turtles. My big computer game was Sim City or Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Okay.
I enjoyed those. I dabbled in the Sims a little bit, but never got full into them.
I was big into the role-playing games on the computer, like Bard's Tale and all of those. I really loved all of the AD&D games, Curse of Azure Bonds, all of those. I really loved those. Because again, I'm a nerdy D&D guy, so. But
I remember when we were living with our aunt. So this had to be my parents split. We were moved down to Harrisburg. We're living with my aunt. Probably had to be late 80s. And our one cousin who was living with us at the time, who was in college, he had a computer in the house, probably Tandy or something like that. And man, we were fascinated because we would sit there every night and watch him play. I think it was King's Quest 5 or King's Quest 4.
I remember that.
Man, we would sit there watch him play for hours. But Tomb Raider, Uncharted, those are all good games.
Yeah, Tomb Raider.
On my list.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. That one, yeah, I played that a lot.
Golden Axe. That was again maybe a little before your times, but the opportunity to like jump on an animal and all those kinds of things. I liked Golden Axe.
Yeah, arcade wise,
you said that you were gonna say something. You knew which one Hippy was talking about, or something like that.
Oh yeah, were you thinking of Galaga?
No,
Is that how you pronounce that?
Dragon's Lair.
Dragon's Lair. Oh, that was great.
No.
We couldn't afford to play it.
I liked Dragon's Lair. It was always like $2 or something.
Oh yeah, it was expensive. You had to have money to play that.
Yep. I liked Dragon's Lair though. That was cool.
I just looked it up. Apparently they came out on PS3.
Uh-huh.
PS3, 3DO had it, but I didn't know PS3 had it, so I'll have to look for it sometime.
Everyone had a friend who had a 3DO, but I never had one.
Nah.
I never had one.
I had a friend who had one, but I never had one.
Didn't you find one a few years back? Well, listen, when you were at the old house, what did you find at a yard sale? It was a gold box or something.
That was that thing. I got that at Ziegler's. I forget what that. Yeah, that thing.
I know. Once I think I know what it is. I think was it Nat Geo or not Nat Geo? That's National Geographic.
No, it was
Neo Geo.
Neo Geo.
Neo Geo.
Let me look it up. I don't remember anymore.
It was Neo Geo, but was it the gold system or something? Or?
Yeah, it was a gold one. Yeah.
There it is. Yeah, Neo Geo gold system.
Gold X.
Oh, Joe, why'd you sell it, man? There was a couple popped off in June for $3,500. Jesus, $1,200.
One of the best finds I ever had in a clean out is I got an Odyssey from like 1973. It was that Odyssey system. Crazy. It was still in the box. The stuff inside was still sealed. And it was one of my biggest eBay sales. It was like $700. And some guy in Florida wanted it. And he paid shipping for it too. So that was and that was something that, again, someone paid me to clean out of their house. So, it's like, I love America. So
I've done very good with eBay and video games over the years. I mean, my best was probably that $30 box this year. That was over $1,000 in retail sales just from that box. But I mean, I've found some big bangers before.
Yeah.
Like I said, Joe with that Neo Geo gold. I remember when he got that. I thought it was a yard sale, but
that might have been. There was something else I got up at Ziegler's too.
Yeah, you got a video game console up at Ziegler's auction one time.
Yeah, and I don't remember what that was. Yeah, I remember the Neo Geo now.
Yeah, I did a clean out a couple weeks ago and came out with all of these boxed, like boxed Sega games and some boxed Nintendo games. And, I sell a lot of stuff to Jason, my video game guy. And that was a really good. And again, that was something that someone paid me to take away. And it's like, take everything that's here. We don't want it. And I was like, okay. And, you get these video games in great condition, and there were some real bangers in there. So, that was awesome. So I love them.
Shit, Joe. I don't think you were with me. It was a Saturday morning. This is a few years back now. It was in a neighborhood up off Linglestown Road, off not one of the big fancy neighborhoods. It's an older neighborhood back there by off Far Green or Crumbs Mill or whatever the hell's back there. But I pulled up and I didn't even ask. They weren't even out. They had no Nintendo. No, like nothing was say, hey, video games. There was just one paper ream box full of NES games. Full. Like 2 rows and then 2 rows on top of that. I said, oh, what do you want for the games? And the guy's like, well, I have some more. Hold on. Brings out another ream box full of basically 4 rows of NES games. I'm thinking, holy shit. I think we settled on. Man. And I wasn't even negotiating. I just paid the price. I think it was like $25 for both boxes.
You gotta love that.
Yeah, the guy just he's just clearing out. That was 20,
And you know what the funny thing is? Here's the funny thing. Someone in the comments is going to be like, I can't believe you would do that. You guys are just scumbag resellers, blah, blah, blah. There is nobody that is going to say no to that. And there might be a couple people that be like, you know what, I'll give you $40 or something like that. But there's no one on God's green earth that is going to be like, you know what, that's worth over $500. I'll pay you $500 for it. We're not in the business for that. And if you wanna clutch to your pearls and you want to say that kind of stuff, guys, I have 2 words for you. No, I'm not going to say that. But yeah, I mean, it's just it makes me laugh so bad because there are people that are like that'll talk trash about my shop and they'll say stuff and like I love feeding the trolls because I love when they do that. But they'll be like, "Oh, you go to yard sales and you try and talk people down." And I'm like, "Douchebag, you don't?" Yeah. I'm like, that's the business that we're in. If the people don't want to sell it, they won't sell it. They're doing a yard sale because they want to get rid of this stuff. You know, so don't act all holier than thou with me. You know, we're all trying to make a living. You know, you're trying to like Donald Trump. Imagine the things he was doing in New York City to people when he was building buildings. I don't want to hear about it. So
I forget what I got. I know it was over $1,000, but there was one game in there that was very good. I can't remember. It was like a double dragon style game, but it wasn't Bad Dudes. But it was
something like that, though.
Yeah, something like that. And I forget what same guy bought all of them up in Canada. He paid an arm and a leg for all the shipping because even back in the day, shipping to Canada was pretty high. But that was a good find. But my favorite comment so far this year on one of my videos was the over $1,000 of video games found at this yard sale, and I bought other stuff from the lady and the guy, and I think it came to like $39. And I gave her, 2 20s, and I sat there and I waited for the $1 back. And somebody's like, the best move all year is sitting there knowing that you have all that money in that box that you just bought, but you actually waited to make her give you that $1 back.
You damn Skippy.
I was like, damn right. I spent that $1 at my next yard sale. What are you talking about? Oh yeah. Arcade guys. Anything in arcade that may have not transferred over to console or maybe did that you enjoyed playing?
Phoenix was a great game. It was another button man, like you were in space and you had to like shoot into this fortress. And
I got a good one. Joust.
That was on Atari. Joust was on Atari.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was. I don't know. If
Joust was good.
I don't know if it was as good on the console as it was at the video game.
No.
Yeah.
No, it was great in the arcade.
Yeah.
I remember our pool in Mountville had when I just moved here from Brooklyn, that had Joust, and we thought that was the greatest thing, and we would play that all soaking wet out of the pool. And
ours was I should speak for myself. I mean, my friends didn't like it, but man, it was Revolution X.
Okay. I
remember that with the arrow. It was like Operation Wolf had the guns.
Yeah.
And you shot CDs out as like a grenade launcher. Man, spent so much money in that damn Harrisburg East arcade, man. I
remember that. Yeah. In the basement.
Yep. Walked in as the basement. That and remember the Colonial Park Mall had Beep Balls and Bings.
Mm-hmm.
Down there by the food court. Yeah, that was another arcade I spent lots of money in. But yeah, Revolution X was probably my favorite.
I like Smash TV, but they moved that to Nintendo. But Smash TV was great in the arcade.
Yeah, it was awesome. I downloaded I forget what site it is. It's like an emulator online. I was playing that a couple weeks ago. I was like, man, I had a hankering for it.
Yeah.
That was good.
Oh, Food Fight and Tapper.
Tapper was good. Burger Time, I mean.
Burger Time.
Yeah. With the first. No. Was that the?
I remember Food Fight too. Food Fight was a good game.
Yeah, you just started throwing all the bananas and stuff like that. But yeah, Burger Time was good too. Yeah, I like Burger Time.
Crystal Castles. That with the ball. That was.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember seeing that.
Yeah. We actually have that in my wife's candy store. We have an arcade 1-up that's one of the games. It's that, Centipede, and a couple other games. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember. What was it? The one I thought you were thinking of, was it Galaga?
Galaga, that's better than Galaxian. I
Yeah.
like Galaga. Yeah.
I think they had that at the laundromat when my mom used to have to do laundry at the laundromat when I was little. We'd be in there. My brother and I spent more on that damn game than we did on the laundry.
Played on the laundry.
Double the laundry bill. Yeah, I mean the Simpsons was big before that went to console. I'm trying to think, man. You get down there and them guys right up there, the Harrisburg East Mall arcade, man. Brutal. Street Fighter was huge, man.
Oh yeah.
I wonder how much money was that.
I could have bought a car with everything I played on Street Fighter. Holy cow! When I first went, I did a semester before I went to Eastern. I went to Hack, and in that stupid student center, I think I missed several classes because I kept beating people in Street Fighter, and there was just a line of people playing me, and I just kept winning. And I was like, damn it, I just missed my class.
It's like the pool table. You're on the table.
Oh, yeah. You can't lose. And it's like, this is the one time I'm on a hot streak and I have to get to class. Oh, well, not going to class today. So.
Favorite console of all time?
GameCube.
Yeah.
It's GameCube or Super Nintendo for me. Those two, they're pretty close.
I like my Coleco.
ColecoVision stuff.
Yeah, that was. I mean, because that was at the time that those were the big video games out at the arcade and stuff, and it was great to be able to play them at home. Yeah.
Did you play Zaxxon on ColecoVision?
I might have.
Zaxxon was such a slow game, and you always frustrated you because.
I want to say Nintendo, but I'd have to go PlayStation 2. There's just so many good games, and that was the height of my my teenage years.
PlayStation 2 and Wii are probably our two best-selling consoles here. We will sell PS2 Fats and white Wiis like nobody's business.
Sega Genesis was great. When that came out, man. We shoved the Nintendo console in a closet. Like, get the hell out of here with that bullshit. Man, we played Sega pretty good too. But yeah, arcades, man. There's a shit. Where was it? Down on the boardwalk, Joe. Wildwood Boardwalk. Somebody has a retro arcade.
Oh,
you can
really?
go in there. Yeah, you can.
They do.
Cards.
Yep,
that's fun.
We did. We went down there. I think 2 summers ago.
Well, there's one in Vegas, but I didn't go to it.
If you go to
one in Indianapolis,
if you ever have a shot down here in Lancaster, there's a place called Decades, and it has all retro video games in it, and they also have like mini bowling where you can. It's like bocce ball size bowling that you can play, but they have
duck pins, like duck pin bowling.
Yeah,
duck pin. Oh wow, where's it at? In town?
It's right. I want to say off Prince Street or Prince or Duke, one or the other. But yeah, it's in Lancaster, and they have good food there. So you guys should check that out.
Oh,
pretty cool.
It is pouring down rain here in Harrisburg.
Is it? We don't have anything. It poured earlier. It's not doing anything.
Yeah,
it is drizzling now. Yeah, it is drizzling now.
It's coming, David. It's blowing. I can't even see the church across.
Oh yeah, that's the way. It's bands. It just keeps coming through.
Wow. Oh yeah, I'm on that Decades website. Man, that looks pretty cool. That looks really cool.
Yeah, we got some rain going.
Right there at the front of one of their page on the retro arcade and bowling page, Gauntlet. Oh yeah.
I can't believe I never said that. I had a fundamental problem with Gauntlet. I played it so much.
Wow.
Yeah, my son and I at Decades, we would beat the game. We probably put like $20 each in there because we were like, we're beating this game, and probably $10 each at the end, that last dragon. But yeah, Gauntlet was great.
How are they set
Really?
up for playing? They take
Coins.
quarters or coins?
Yeah, points. Yeah.
Yeah, this one here says each all that good stuff. Each game takes special Decades arcade tokens. You can get while you're here with cash or
they
card.
do tokens. Yeah.
Token $5 for 20
And
tokens. Each game takes 1 to 2 tokens.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's fun.
Well, it's got to be expensive to keep them up anymore.
Oh yeah, just trying to repair them and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the electricity bill has got to be crazy.
Oh,
Boy, we are old.
This kind of looks like the place.
Like
I went out to Indianapolis for the Big Ten college football championship the other year with my buddy, and there was I forget what it was called, but very similar setup to this. We never made it there because we started drinking and tailgating, and then just never made it to that place. But really wanted to go to it. Forget what it's called, but yeah, video games, man. Talk about childhood. They can just bring you back in a heartbeat.
No doubt.
I mean, you could just.
We all played them.
And we have. I have been looking into. I want to get a emulator, so I can play all the consoles at one. One guy at work, he's really into this stuff, and I should have him get me one. He said it was like $100, $200 for a top of the line one, and I was like, man, that's all I want.
Now, would you want it to play on your TV, or would you want like an arcade one that you can actually play?
TV for now.
Because what do you call it? They have like you can bootleg those 1-ups and put any game you want on them, and they're real easy to hack, and you can just put any games on them. So if you wanted your own system with any game you wanted, you could do that.
Yeah, I used to follow. Man, I don't know if it was on Facebook or YouTube. It was. Let me see if I can just type it in YouTube because I was watching them like weekly. I don't know who it was. It was kind of like one up, but they did Extreme Home Arcades. I think it was. Yeah, man, they built some beautiful stuff.
How you doing, buddy? Pretty good. Hey, I'll be right back, guys. Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, the home arcade
podcast.
I always wanted a home arcade machine. I mean, because it covers everything. You can get everything from Coleco to probably
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Probably Xbox One.
Yeah, I'm looking at their thing, and you know the tokens. I mean, the tokens are a quarter a piece, so that's 25 to 50 cents a game. That's no market. That's a good deal.
We should almost do a family game or family dinner down there one night.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That would be a cool place.
Sometime when Liv and Kevin come home, we could go down.
Yeah, that would be all right. I'd do. I mean, the food looks good too. I was looking at some of their stuff, but
yeah.
So if you hear us, Decades Amusement and Fair in Lancaster, PA, we are promoting you because it looks great.
Yeah, so if you want to throw some free tokens or a free dinner this way, we'll promote you even more. The official sponsor of Decades. I'm in the video game room right now, so Jason is doing a whatnot, and I'm on a podcast. At the same time, this video game room is getting some serious action.
Yeah. The bandwidth of internet in Mount Joy right now is just being sucked dry by one business.
So here's a banger that came out of I don't know, can you see it? There you go.
It's Castlevania there.
Yeah, this is Bloodlines. Really good condition, and it's complete. So that was one of the games that I snookered Jason into buying from me. So
have you ever got anything graded? I'm assuming Jason has, but
neither of us have. We really? I have toyed with the idea of getting some sports cards graded, but never any video games.
Yeah, I've never had the desire. I'm just here to flip them and sell. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the stuff you find at the art sale is not going to grade it. I mean, unless you get
You can
shit
get
ton,
lucky
but
though. You can get
yeah,
lucky though. You never
I
know.
mean, you're not going to find that grade 9 or 10. I mean, most of the stuff I see is just beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and nothing's
Jason
real.
Jason ran into a deal where he wound up paying $7,000 for the stuff, but the guy, it's one of his hunters. He has hunters that go around and buy stuff. And one of his hunters found this collection and he paid like $500-600 for it, turned around and sold it to Jason for $7,000. Jason sold it all on Whatnot and here in the store, and he cleared like 14 from it. And it was like all Super Nintendo, Genesis, and it was all, the boxes were just amazing. Like he sold was it Secret of Mana or something like that? No, Chrono Trigger. He sold for $1,000 on Whatnot. So it was like crazy the money he was getting for those games. It was such a ridiculous collection that he was able to get, but he paid up for it. Now, the kid that bought the stuff, he made out like a bandit because he only paid like $500 for it, and he turned
Oh,
it
yeah.
around for $7,000. So, and you know, he's not getting taxed on it. He's just some, you know, he said, "Hey, pay me cash," and so he's living the life right there. So
we'll go around the room here. What era do you think is at its peak or on its way to its peak right now in video games? Like console?
you mean what is the best current one, or what do you mean?
Yeah, for like resale. What's hot now, or what's approaching hot level? Kind of like a craze or fad for reselling.
GameCube is both the console and the games. That's like everyone wants GameCube stuff.
What do you think there, Joe?
GameCube and 64, but I'd say GameCube.
Well, you mean has peaked out and won't? Well, I don't think Xbox or PlayStation with any of the new stuff anymore will ever be like any of the older systems. I don't think they'll ever bring the money. They'll never bring the money like these older ones are. And I think the older ones, I think they have a chance to just keep going.
Yep.
You know, till people just don't want to pay the money anymore. But
I mean, I think Nintendo NES is kind of running its course. I mean, to me, from what I see and what I've scored on, has been PlayStation 1. There's
Okay.
PlayStation 2, but man, there's some PlayStation 1 bangers out there, and you can get them for cheap because nobody knows, you know. People bring out Nintendo games at a yard sale or something like
They think they have gold. Yeah.
And then you look in the damn DVD section or the PlayStation. What do you want for that? $1 a game. Okay. I'll roll the dice and
Anything horror on PS1, PS2 is like gold. Any kind of like Silent Hill, all that crap. All this stuff I never played, but that stuff, people love that.
All the stuff I've never even heard of. I mean, I sold that game, that one banger in that box. Was it Clock Tower 2?
Clock Tower, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I got Clock Tower and Clock Tower 2 in the same box for $30.
Nice.
Let alone I had Silent Hill 2, and then I had Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3 are on PC games in there. Yeah, dude, that there's so much shit in that box. I was like, oh my god. One guy had it. Just one guy in the driveway.
Yeah.
$30.
And there you go again. You're a crook.
Yep.
And to be honest, well, I said
scumbag reseller.
I don't know if I said on this video or not, but I think I said it in the comments when people were organizing. I said it in that video. I didn't know what I had because the box was mislabeled. It said PlayStation 2. It was a PlayStation 1. I looked down and I saw Resident Evil and I saw a Silent Hill, but I didn't. The Silent Hill wasn't for it was a PC.
Right.
I said,
that was enough. You know, you get your money.
That's all. I didn't even root through the box until I got home.
Yeah.
Didn't get through.
What do you call it? I was at a community yard sale and I was buying so much stuff. Car was full. I had to get to the store because the store was opening in like a half hour. But I was at one last sale and I saw a guy who had no video games. They said, yeah, a guy came earlier and bought all the video games, but there were some manuals there. And I was like, how much are these? And they were like a quarter a piece. And I was like, okay. And I had never heard of anything. I bring them back here. Jason comes in after yard sailing, and he does a lot of my eBay stuff. And I said, yeah, I got these things too, and threw them on the table. I had Silent Hill 1 and 2 game guides. They sold that afternoon for $70 and $90. I think Silent Hill 1 went for $70 plus ship. 2 went for 90 plus ship. I was like, really? And I had never even heard of the games before. So it's not like I saw, oh, I'm going to get these. I just bought them because they were there. And I knew he sold manuals in his room for $5 each. I was like, I'll pick them up for him. But yeah, that was pretty cool. So now anything horror, I pick up. So
yeah, I saw. Let me see. It ended recently. I sold Clock Tower 2 for. I think it was close to. I think I sold it for $450.
Nice.
Yeah, I think it was $450. Went international. And Clock Tower, I think I sold that for like $200. No, it's not. I mean, it was just a great box. I mean, it's one you'll never come across that box again.
Yeah.
You'll come across those games again, but you'll never come across them all in one little box. I mean, there was no shit in there. There was no sports games in there. It was just literally seven banger games, and then PlayStation. It was unbelievable.
That's awesome.
That is all I had today.
All right.
Talking some video games and shooting the shit, having some fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't forget to check out Dave's Collectibles and Cleanouts there in Mount Joy, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
His store, his physical location. Joe's on eBay there, running auctions all the time. I'm on eBay there at the Susquehanna Picker. And the podcast I've been putting on the Picker channel, I got to get it over to its other channel too. So downloaded a new video editing app on my phone so I could edit a lot of videos on my phone, then send them over to my computer and get the final touch on them. So I should start popping some YouTube videos out. So I got one coming out. This is Monday, the 19th. I should have one out online tonight. Then, of course, the podcast will be out Wednesday or Thursday. So
nice.
Thanks for having us into your computers or earphones, wherever you're listening to at. Spotify, we're over there too. So Instagram's picking up a little bit, and I've been posting a lot on Instagram here yesterday. So mostly, I don't know what you want to call them, memes, GIFs. I can make them really fast with the new editings, with that new editing app. So they're pretty fun. All right. Until next time, thank you, Dave, for joining us. And you'll be again. So,
cool.
Joe, are you going anywhere next week, or are we all three going to be back? Ron should be back.
It's a busy week, but I don't have nothing Monday.
All right. We'll see how hungover Ron is from his cruise. So. All right. Until next.
See
you guys later.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.